Former WNBA coach says Fever are more dangerous without Caitlin Clark. Former WNBA coach says Fever are more dangerous without Caitlin Clark. Originally appeared on Athlon Sports. For the past 4 games, the Indiana Fever have been without star guard Caitlin Clark as she nurses a groin injury. During that time frame, the Fever posted a 3-1 record, with the team's 2 most recent wins coming by an average of 21 points. The past 2 wins also came against the Minnesota Lynx in the WNBA's Commissioner Cup Championship on Tuesday, and against the Las Vegas Aces, who have won 2 out of the last 3 titles. While in the eyes of most, it's a sign that the Fever, who had a major roster overhaul this offseason, are getting used to playing with one another. However, in the eyes of former Orlando Miracle coach Carolyn Peck, who had a 44-52 record during her tenure, it appears to be a sign that the Fever are better off without Clark, a take she explained while appearing on ESPN's SportsCenter, saying the team looks more dangerous. I think that Indiana's even more dangerous when Caitlin Clark doesn't play, because she's a ball-dominant guard, Peck said. The ball's in her hands a lot, so you know what you need to try to take away. But when you look at Indiana now, they got so many weapons. Peck highlighted how players such as Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Bostonet, and Ari McDonald have stepped up in Clark's absence, while also expressing she thinks they are better defensively. Although the Fever have had some bright moments without Clark these past 2 games, they are just 5-4 on the year without the WNBA All-Star captain. While Clark has struggled to find a shot at Tad this year, shooting 39% from the field and 29.5% from deep, she has shown, dating back to her college years, that eventually her shots will start falling. It is also worth noting that the better the team gets around her, the less she will have to do when she returns. As for when that will be, the Fever have yet to decide. This story was originally reported by Athlon Sports on June 4, 2025, where it first appeared. When Caitlin Clark was drafted number 1 overall by the Indiana Fever, expectations rocketed through the roof. Ticket sales surged, national TV slots filled up, and the spotlight grew blindingly hot. Clark, with her logo threes and generational college resume, was expected to be the savior of a struggling franchise. But then came the twist no one saw coming. After Clark was sidelined with a groin injury and ruled out of a high-stakes Commissioner's Cup clash, a curious thing happened. The Fever won. And not just squeaked by. They dominated. They looked fast, fluid, balanced. And suddenly, a former WNBA coach was sounding the sirens on ESPN. The Indiana Fever, at least for now, are more dangerous without Caitlin Clark. It was a statement that ricocheted across the sports world like a full-court buzzer beater. Blasphemy to some, pure basketball logic to others, but what exactly did the coach mean? Let's unpack the chaos. 18. Rediscovered without Clark on the court, the Fever's offense didn't revolve around one star. It pulsed through Kelsey Mitchell's aggressive drives, Nalisa Smith's dominance in the paint, and the unselfish play of Erica Wheeler and Christy Wallace. The ball movement improved, the defensive intensity rose, the spacing opened, and without the gravitational pull of Clark demanding defenders' attention and her own teammates waiting on her shot, Indiana began playing more freely. They weren't playing for ESPN clips. They were playing to win. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal talent, the former coach clarified. But without her, the Fever play instinctively. There's no dependency. Everyone becomes a threat. The implication wasn't that Clark is bad for the team, far from it, but it highlighted an uncomfortable truth. In adjusting to a generational player, the Fever had lost their own rhythm. Pressure versus production, Clark's presence brings immense pressure from fans, media, and opposing teams. Every game is an event. Every move is magnified. But when she's off the court, that microscope disappears. Suddenly, the Fever aren't Clark and company. They're just the Fever, and they play like it. We're not playing with fear, Nalisa Smith told reporters after the win. We're not waiting on anyone to save us. We're the ones making plays. It wasn't a shot at Clark. It was a revelation. Clark's rookie season has been anything but easy. She leads the league in turnovers, takes a physical beating nightly, and faces relentless scrutiny. But through it all, she's remained a pro. Yet, it's hard to ignore the numbers. The team's plus-minus has often been worse with her on the court. And now, with a sideline, the Fever are finding something, a hunger, a fire, that had gone missing. A new identity emerging. In the Commissioner's Cup showdown, Kelsey Mitchell erupted for 28 points. The team recorded 24 assists, their highest in over a month. The defense locked in, role players became playmakers, and coach Christy Sides, who had been under fire for the team's uneven performance, found vindication. "We played free, we played fast, we played fearless," she said post-game. "This is who we can be." Maybe the Fever aren't Clark's team yet. Maybe, just maybe, they're still figuring out who they are with her. Without her, they've rediscovered themselves. The long-term picture, of course, no one is saying Caitlin Clark should ride the bench. The former coach clarified this in follow-up comments. In time, she'll make them unstoppable. But right now, they're learning how to win without leaning on her. That's dangerous for the league. It's a sobering but insightful take. What Indiana's building now, a culture of accountability, of shared effort, is exactly what Clark needs around her. The culture of accountability comes from all of our guiding light, but they need to know that without me, they can't reach their full potential, and they need to know that they have it. They need the company that supports them, and they need the culture of accountability, of shared effort, is exactly what Clark needs around her. She doesn't need to play 40 minutes and carry the offense every night. She needs teammates who can punch back when she's double-teamed. She needs a team that doesn't shrink when she sits, and that's what the Fever might be becoming.